reading challenge hosted by the French community, but I decided to translate it because it sounds like so much fun. Hello lovely book dragons, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Joanna and I love to talk about books on this channel, specifically fantasy books. Today I am actually translating a summer reading challenge hosted by the French community, and this challenge was created by Strawberry Books. I will leave her video linked down below. If you speak French, you can totally go check her out because she's lovely and I really like her videos. I follow some of the French booktubers and I really like them, and she created this challenge for the summer. So this reading challenge runs from the 1st of July until the last day of August, which is the 31st of August, and there are 3 menus, let's say, and you can pick any menu and the prompts for the menu, or you can mix and match if I'm not mistaken, and or you can just do all of it. I am going to translate all of it. I have books picked for all of them, and then we'll see what I can do in the month of July and August, and if I can complete the hot summer challenge. Prompt 1. Read a book that's been on your TBR forever. For this one, I'm going to be reading Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas. I own this book since the day it came out in I don't know what year, and I haven't read it yet. I am now currently working on rereading the whole series. I actually caught up to Tower of Dawn, so now my next read is going to be Tower of Dawn, which I will be reading in the month of July, and then reading Kingdom of Ash because it is a long time coming, but I will talk about Kingdom of Ash later. But Tower of Dawn, I'm going to be reading this one because it's been on my TBR forever, and I finally reread all the books before it to be able to get to this one. Prompt number 2, finish a series. And this is for Kingdom of Ash. I'm going to be reading Kingdom of Ash, finally finishing out the Throne of Glass series, which is a series that got me into fantasy way back in the day in like 2013 or something like that. And it's a long time coming. I'm so excited to get to it. And yeah, I'm just really excited to see how it concludes. I'm really nervous to see how it concludes, but also very excited. Prompt number 3, read a book under 200 pages. For this one, I'm going to be reading 11th Metal by Brandon Sanderson. This is a short story set in the Mistborn world. This was actually our June pick for the Cosmere Unbound read along, but I didn't get to it, so I'm going to be reading it in July, and I thought it just fit this prompt magnificently, and I'm going to be reading 11th Metal, which is like, I think 30 pages or something like that. So perfect. Prompt number 4, read a book over 500 pages. For this one, I am going to be reading Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb. It is finally time to start the Live Ship Traders trilogy because I've been wanting to get to it for so long. This book is like 900 pages or 870 something pages, so definitely over 500 pages, a big tome, but I'm so excited to get to it because Robin Hobb is one of my favorite authors alone, just through the Farseer trilogy alone. So I'm very excited to get to this one, and so excited, and I hope to continue on with the series. So I'm going to be reading this one in July and hopefully reading Mad Ship in August, and then in September Ship of Destiny, and conclude the series. That's really my plans and my hopes, living on a prayer. Oh, so excited. And prompt number 5 is read a whole series. For this one, I am going to be cheating a bit because technically for Cosmere Unbounded we're reading Alloy of Law in July. I think it's then Bands of Mourning, or is it Shadows of Self? Shadows of Self is the next one, and then Bands of Mourning, and technically Bands of Mourning was supposed to be in September, but I'm going to be reading all of it then in July and August, so I'm going to be reading the whole Mistborn Era 2 trilogy for this challenge. Prompt number 1, read a romance. For this one, I'm going to be reading Take a Hint, Dani Brown. I read Get a Life, Chloe Brown in June, and I really enjoyed it. These are just fun palate cleanser books. I think this is a hate to love romance, and I just want to read it because they're fun, they're compulsive, and you know, here we go. Prompt number 2, read a feel-good or contemporary novel. For this one, I'm going to be reading Actor Age, Eve Brown, which is the last book in the Brown Sisters trilogy. So we had Chloe Brown, Dani Brown, and now Eve Brown. And I picked this one because I think it's going to be a feel-good because it's a romance. And I don't know what this one really is, but I'm just excited to finish the series and have some cute, fun books to read throughout the summer months. Prompt number 3, read a book that transports you somewhere. You can read a book set in another country, a road trip, or a fantasy novel. For this one, I'm going to pick the quintessential fantasy book that transports me into other places, and that is Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty. This is the last book in the Daevabad trilogy. I have been rereading the first 2 books to finally finish the series as well. I did live shows for the first 2 books on Vish's channel with Abby and Ali, and I will leave all of that linked in the description of this video. This series just transports you to Cairo, to Daevabad, to this warm Mediterranean, Middle Eastern feeling with the food and the colors and everything. It just feels like you're there. I love these books so much, and I am going to finish this trilogy, which is one of my all-time favorites, and I just can't wait, guys. This series is so good, and reading it with Vish and Ali and Abby has been just so phenomenal. I'm so excited to get to this. Prompt number 4, read a new to you author. For this one, I'm going to pick Becky Chambers because I'm going to be reading The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by her. This is a book and a series that I've had on my shelves for a very long time, and I haven't gotten to it yet, but I really definitely plan to, and yeah, I'm going to be picking this book. And it's a sci-fi, which changes me from all the other fantasy that I'm reading in the summer. And finally, prompt number 5, read a book with an orange cover. For this one, I'm going to be reading Dune, and I'm buddy reading this one on the Shelf Space Discord server. I'm actually hosting an unofficial buddy read on there, and there will be a live show at the end of August or at the beginning of September for this one with some of my friends, and I'm so excited for it. And Evie, as she kindly says, is gonna hijack my buddy read and then continue on the series through September, October, and however long we need to continue. So if I like Dune enough, I will jump onto Evie's buddy read of the rest of the series. So this should be super fun. This is like the sci-fi novel. If you like sci-fi, you want to read Dune. And I'm not a big sci-fi reader, but I do want to read Dune. I've read Hyperion. I feel like I've been doing it wrong. Instead of starting with like light sci-fi, I go into Hyperion, I go into Dune, and I want to read Dune. I mean, it's like a desert thing. I feel like this is perfect for August, where it's going to be super hot outside, and I will feel very thirsty, I feel like. Book number 1, buddy read a book. I mean, guys, I buddy read almost everything I read. This is, you know me. I buddy read a ton. I'm gonna be picking A Shadow in Summer for this one, which also is perfect because it's summer. Actually, most of my friends have already read this one, and I am buddy reading this one with Grace over at Grace Dion. I will leave her channel link down below. She's so sweet, she's so kind, and she definitely deserves more subscribers, so go subscribe to her because she's awesome. And we're buddy reading this one, and then I will continue on buddy reading A Betrayal in Winter with my other friends who have read it, but I am screaming about A Shadow in Summer to Katrina and Kate a lot. Thank you, girls, for your support, because I started this one and it's really hard to not scream at everyone because it's so good. Prompt number 2, listen to an audiobook. Again, I immersion read a lot. I listen to a ton of audiobooks. I am tentatively putting in Sharp Ends, for example, which is the short story collection by Joe Abercrombie, which is the short stories in the First Law. I'm going to be immersion reading it, but I'm going to be listening to an audiobook, so this counts. Prompt number 3, start a series. For this one, I'm gonna go with The Age of Madness, which is the second trilogy in the First Law universe, which there was a first trilogy, a couple of standalones, and then the second trilogy, Age of Madness, which the first book is A Little Hatred. So I'm gonna be reading this one. I mean, you've already heard me talking about other series that I'm starting, such as Mistborn Era 2. I'm gonna be starting The Long Press Quartet, etc. But I'm picking this one because I definitely need to do this because I need to catch up with Abercrombie for the release of the last book of The Age of Madness, The Wisdom of Crowds, in September. Prompt number 4, read a standalone. We're gonna go back to Joe Abercrombie and pick Red Country, which is one of the standalone novels in the First Law universe. And this is a Western, it's all I know. I don't know anything else about it, but I'm excited because it's Joe Abercrombie and I trust him completely. And prompt number 5, read a manga or graphic novel. Here I have a few options, but I'm tentatively putting in Almost American Girl, which is a graphic memoir. I'm really excited about this one. I don't know much about it, but I've heard some people read it and really enjoy it, and I think it's the struggle of an Asian American girl fitting into her school or something like that, and I just wanna, it's a graphic memoir. I think that I'm gonna love it. I just wanna read it. It's on script. I'm gonna read this one, and I'm very excited about it. So there you go, guys. That is my Hot Summer Challenge translation and TBR. This is just a fun challenge that you can really mix and match, pick the prompts that you like, and you could probably succeed it. So if you actually want to participate, that would be so fun. Let me know in the comments down below if you're planning on participating, because the prompts are so easy to fill. And don't forget to check out the original video in the description if you speak French. If you don't speak French, you can still check it out and hear it in a French voice, which I know, it's also still nice. So let me know in the comments down below if you're participating, and for an emoji, if you want to leave an emoji, leave an ice cream emoji, because it's summer and ice cream, or a cocktail, or sun. Leave any emoji that reminds you of summer. I want to see what you think of when you think of summer. I just told you my stuff. Sun, cocktails, ice cream. If that doesn't say enough about me, I don't know what does. So that's going to be it for me today, guys, and until next time, happy reading. Bye!